Well, hello again, everyone. We are back here at Don Edwards Park getting you set for Game 2 of today's doubleheader between your Xenia Scouts and the Licking County Settlers. If you're just joining us, the Settlers took Game 1 of today's doubleheader by a final of 9-5. The Settlers scored in just about every inning except the final inning of play. By the way, these games scheduled to go 7 innings today, just to shorten things up a little bit. So now the Scouts are going to look to even this doubleheader and to get out of Newark today with a win. Let's go ahead and give you today's starting lineups. First, for the Scouts, batting leadoff and playing in left field will be Cam Murray. Playing in right field today and batting second will be Carter Boswell. Batting third and playing in center field will be Graham Welch. The designated hitter, Ryan Burlesman, will bat fourth. Caleb Eder will play at first base. He'll bat fifth. The third baseman, Truman Brown, he will bat sixth. Felix King will do the catching duties. He will bat seventh. The second baseman, Zach Bakeman, will bat eighth. And finally, Nick Tuttle will be back at shortstop for the second straight game. He will bat ninth. Meanwhile, the starting lineup for the Settlers looks like this. The center fielder will be Turner Hill. He'll bat leadoff. The left fielder will be Dylan Ott. He'll bat second. The second baseman, Sam Wilson, will bat third. Garrett Roberts will play at third base. He'll bat fourth. The designated hitter, Cale Baker. He'll bat fifth in the Settlers starting lineup. Eddie Pena will be the shortstop. He will bat sixth. Nathan Dill, the first baseman, will bat seventh. Chad Harper will be the catcher. He'll bat eighth. And finally, Sam Stewart, the right fielder, he'll bat ninth. Starters on the mound today. First for Xenia. It'll be the right-hander, Andrew Verbrugge. Verbrugge on a pitch count here in 2018. At least that's what the plan has been for him so far. He's a 6'4", 180-pound right-hander out of Grand Rapids, Michigan. Plays his college ball at Hillsdale College. He's a junior at Hillsdale. So far on the season, 0-1 with a 4.10 earned run average. This will be his seventh game in which he has pitched. This will be the first game in which he has made a start. 15 1/3 innings, 12 strikeouts, 6 walks on the season for Andrew Verbrugge. Meanwhile, Max Schreiber, the right-hander, he'll be on the mound in Game 2 of today's doubleheader for the Settlers. Schreiber is a 6'4", 190-pound right-hander who hails from Carson, Ohio, and he pitches in Big Ten country. He pitches for the Nebraska Cornhuskers. He's a sophomore currently at Nebraska. This will also be the first start of the season for Schreiber. He has pitched in 3 previous games, compiling a 1-0 record with a 3.00 earned run average in 9 innings. He has struck out 3, and he has walked 10. His last appearance came on June the 17th. He pitched 2 1/3 innings against the Southern Ohio Copperheads. Gave up no runs on 5 hits. Actually, gave up 5 runs, none of them earned, I should say, on 3 hits. Walked 4 and struck out 1. So those are your starting lineups. Those are your starting pitchers. Let's also tell you about our umpires today. Jimmy Craig and Justin Mann will swap positions. This time it'll be Craig behind home plate, and it'll be Mann out there amongst the bases. So the umpires are ready. The Settlers are ready. And now the starting lineups are going to be exchanged between the managers of both teams. Bubba Cates for the Xenia Scouts. It was a tough game for Coach Cates to take in, as he will exchange lineups with Licking Valley manager Michael Sandman. 9-5 was the final as the Settlers took care of business in Game 1. So now the Scouts are going to try to get even, get some revenge here in Game 2 of today's afternoon twin bill. We were originally scheduled to get started with this game. They announced at 3:35. 3:37, so we're running a little late, but not too late. Should be getting this game started in due time. Temperatures continue to be in the mid-90s today, and thankfully we are in the cool, cozy confines of the press box here at Don Edwards Park. I cannot imagine how hot it is on the field right now. Michael Sandman and Bubba Cates shaking hands, also along with the umpires as well. Settlers are on the field. And going through his warm-up touches, warm-up pitches, I should say, is Max Schreiber, the right-hander. Same uniforms for both teams. For the Settlers, they don the navy blue jerseys, white numbers, white letters, Settlers across the front of the jersey, gray pants, red hat with the navy blue bill and the Settlers logo. Meanwhile, for the Scouts, gray pants with the navy blue line going down the side of the pants. Light blue jerseys, navy blue numbers outlined by white. Scouts across the front of the jersey, and then the customary ball cap, navy blue on the sides. Bill is navy blue, gray panel out on front, and the Scouts logo. So Scouts will come to bat here in the top half of the first. Thank you so much for joining us for this special presentation of Xenia Scouts baseball here on the Xenia Scouts Radio Network. Game 2 of today's doubleheader taking place at Don Edwards Park up here in Newark, Ohio, about 45 minutes east of Columbus. It's been a hot day, but otherwise ideal temperatures to play the game of baseball. And like we said, the Scouts are looking for some payback, looking to get even with the Settlers after the Scouts fell 9-5 in Game 1 of today's Twin Bill. Going through the warm-up tosses still is Schreiber in a ballpark that features foul poles that are 300 feet from home plate. Dead center is 380. The flags just beyond center field, just beyond dead center to be more specific, are barely moving. Not that big of a breeze blowing throughout the ballpark. And I'm sure the fans here at the ballpark wish that a breeze was blowing. It make things a little more comfortable out there. Stepping to the plate is Cam Murray. Facing off against the right-hander Schreiber. Going back behind the plate is the catcher Chad Harper. And it looks like we are ready for baseball once again. Again, the home plate umpire, Jimmy Craig. The man on the bases is Justin Mann. Here comes the first pitch by Schreiber. It's in there for a strike. And we are once again underway here at Don Edwards Park. Game 2 of today's doubleheader between your Xenia Scouts and the Licking County Settlers. I'm Charlie Dana. So glad that we could have you along for the ride today. Here's the 0-1 pitch from Schreiber. That's outside for a ball to Cam Murray, the Youngstown State Penguin. Cam Murray, native of the Queen City of Cincinnati. .438 batter, 1 homer and 7 knocked in. And there is a base hit in the left field. Murray starts things off on the right foot with a single. 15th hit for Murray in 33 at-bats, and that will only help his batting average out there, as now Carter Boswell will come to the plate. Boswell, .267 batter. No homers, 2 knocked in. Still looking for his first extra base hit of the season. No doubles, no triples, and no homers. Murray taking a big lead off of first. The pitch. And a grounder over to third. Throw to second will be in time. No throw over to first. Boswell will reach on a fielder's choice. Murray out at second, 5-4. So Graham Welch, the center fielder, will now come up. It was Welch that had a mighty clout last night. Tied the game at 6 against Richmond with a 2-run homer in the bottom half of the ninth, a game that the Scouts ultimately lost 7-6 in 10 innings. Pitch is in there for a call strike. And boy, Welch had a big cheering section. Friends and family at the ballpark last night, and they were hooting and hollering for their man Graham after he hit that 2-run bomb over the right field wall, as they should. That was a pretty clutch moment for the Scouts center fielder. 0-1 pitch, hit into right field, base hit. Boswell will move up to second and stop there. A single for Welch, second hit of the inning for the Scouts. So now Ryan Bertelsmann will come to the plate, designated hitter. Bertelsmann, a .333 batter, no homers and 5 knocked in. The Baylor product digs into the right-handed batter's box. Against the right-hander, Max Schreiber. Schreiber looks back at second. Now the pitch. That's up high for a ball. 1-0 the count. Plenty of action around the Don Edwards Sports Complex. Of course, Don Edwards Park, part of the complex here in Newark. The pitch. That's fouled off to our right. Count even at 1 ball and 1 strike. Caleb Eder waiting on deck for the Scouts, who are looking to break through here in the top half of the first. 1 out. Couple runners on base. Guy at first. Guy at second. Schreiber with the 1-1. Down low for a ball. So I kicked up a big cloud of dust right there. 2-1 the count. And a hot day like this, that clay out there on the infield, around home plate, and the mound, that can dry up very, very quickly. 2-1 pitch. That's a ground ball. That will find its way into right field. Bubba Cates is going to send the runner. Throw to the plate, and Boswell is safe. RBI single for Ryan Bertelsmann, and an awkward-looking play at home plate as Boswell went in there standing up. The catcher, Harper, had to receive the ball from the left-handed batter's box, dove in vain, but was not able to tag Boswell in time. So an RBI single for Ryan Bertelsmann, and the Scouts jump out to a 1-0 lead early on here. And boy, oh boy, Harper, the catcher, got dirty. His backside is completely covered in dirt. 1-0 pitch. In there for a strike. So Caleb Eder now the batter. First baseman for the Scouts, at least in this game. Double deuces on the back of the jersey. That's from the right side, does Eder. Here's the 0-1. That's up high for a ball. 1-1 the count on Caleb Eder, the Indiana Wesleyan product. Runners at the corners. 1 run already in thanks to an RBI single by Ryan Bertelsmann. And the Scouts are definitely looking for more than that this frame. Schreiber with a 1-1. Up high for a ball. 2-1 the count. Two 2-1 pitch up coming here from Schreiber. He sets. Now he deals. That's inside. 3-1 the count on Caleb Eder. Truman Brown waiting patiently on deck for the Scouts. Eder back in the batter's box. Schreiber sets once again on the mound. Here comes the 3-1. That's outside. And Eder takes a walk down to first. Bases are now loaded for Xenia. With still only 1 out here in the top half of the first and a run already in. Michael Sandman, now the manager for Licking County, out to talk with his right-hander, Schreiber. Schreiber has yielded a run on 3 hits, and he's also walked a batter as well. The only out coming on a fielder's choice as Boswell was able to beat it out to first. Cam Murray was thrown out 5-4 at second. So now Truman Brown coming to the plate. Looking to do some major damage in this spot right here. Bases loaded, 1 out, 1-0 lead for Xenia here against Licking County. And the right-hander Schreiber already in a world of trouble right here. Brown bats from the right side. Schreiber with the pitch. Delivers a first pitch strike to Truman Brown. Truman Brown from Tennessee. We've seen him catch, but today he is playing at third. At least in this second game of today's doubleheader. 0-1. That's fouled off to the right. And now Brown has dug himself an 0-2 hole. Brown on the season, 207, 2 homers, 7 knocked in. Oh, 2 pitch. Brown swings and misses for the second out. So let's see what Felix King can now do. King started off game 1 at first base, then got moved over to catcher, and that's the position that he plays in this second game of today's doubleheader. King now digs in. King, a 226 batter, 2 homers, 8 knocked in. The pitch. That is just outside for a ball. 1-0 the count. Base is still juiced with scouts. Welch is at third. Bertelsman's at second. Eater's at first. The pitch. That's in there for a strike. Catches the outside corner. 1-1 the count now on Felix King. Scouts looking to make a mighty big impression here in the first inning. Already lead 1-0, looking to increase it in this spot. Schreiber with the 1-1. King swings and fouls that one off. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Felix King. Infield, outfield playing King pretty much straight away. Schreiber with the 1-2. King swings. It's a grounder. Over to the shortstop. Throw to first, offline, and a run will come in to score. King reaches safely. The throw pulled the first baseman, Nathan Dill, off the bag, and another run crosses the plate for Xenia. 2-0 in favor of the Scouts. Welch comes in to score on the play. And meanwhile, the bases remain loaded. They will put that down as a hit. So now Zach Bacon will come up to bat. Tough game for Bacon. Didn't really do a whole lot offensively, but did pitch a couple of quality innings. Only giving up 1 run as Bubba Cage tapped him to finish off game 1 of today's doubleheader. That pitch inside for a ball. 1-1 the count on Bacon. Bertelsman now at third. Caleb Eater at second. And Felix King at first. 2 runs already in for the Scouts, but they're looking for more here against the right-hander, Schreiber. Schreiber, the Cornhusker, with the 1-1. And that's a called strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Zach Bacon. Nick Tuttle waiting on deck for the Scouts. Schreiber now set on the mound. Here's the 1-2. Bacon fouls it off to the right, staying alive. 1 ball, 2 strikes on the second bagger for the Scouts, Zach Bacon. Here comes the 1-2. Just outside. Good eye by Zach Bacon. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Bases still loaded. 2's across the scoreboard. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out. And 2 runs in for the Scouts here in the top half of the first. The pitch. And Bacon fouls it off to the right. Good at bat here by Zach Bacon as he continues to battle with the right-hander Schreiber. Bacon back in the batter's box. 2-2. And Bacon fouled off to the right. Once again, Zach hanging in there against the right-hander, Max Schreiber. Bacon, the Glenville State product, against the Nebraska Cornhusker and Schreiber. Here comes the 2-2 once again from Schreiber. That's up high, so now we'll go full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. So the runners at first and second will get a head start. Let's see if Bacon can come through here for the Scouts. Schreiber looks in, has his sign. Here comes the payoff pitch. Bacon swings and fouls it off to the right once again. The battle continues between Bacon and Schreiber. Who is going to win this tilt? Bacon back in the batter's box. Schreiber back on the mound. Let's do it again. Here comes the payoff pitch from Schreiber. Bacon swings, and he fouls it off to the right again. This titanic struggle between Bacon and Schreiber continues. Three balls, 2 strikes, 2 out. 2 already in for the Scouts here in the top half of the first. Schreiber once again with the payoff pitch. Bacon swings and he hits it into center field. 1 run is going to score. Another run is going to come in to score. How about that? After a long at-bat, Zach Bacon delivers with a 2-run single. 4-0 in favor of the boys from Xenia. What an at-bat from Zach Bacon as he drives in a pair. Good things come to those who wait. At least that's how the old saying goes. And boy, was Zach Bacon rewarded big time after battling the right-hander Schreiber tooth and nail in that at-bat. Here comes the pitch now. And it is a strike to Nick Tuttle. King at second, Bacon at first. 0-1 pitch to Tuttle is a ball up high. 1-1 on the count on the Scouts shortstop. So the Scouts have now compiled 4 runs on 5 hits this inning. Pretty good start so far for Xenia. Here's the 1-1. Tuttle swings and fouls that one back. And boy, that ball took a real funny bounce off the fence. Hit one of the poles, popped up, went almost went over the fence that time. So now the count is 1 ball and 2 strikes on Tuttle. 4 runs in for the Scouts. Runners sit at first and second. Here's the pitch. That is swung on and missed by Nick Tuttle, and that is how the inning ends for the Scouts. But Xenia tallies 4 runs on 5 hits. They leave 2 men on base. It is Xenia 4 and Licking County coming to bat in the bottom half of the first. You are listening to Xenia Scouts Baseball here on the Xenia Scouts Radio Network. 4-0 lead for Xenia as we head to the bottom half of the first, and it's the right-hander Andrew Verbrugge starting this game for the Scouts out there on the mound. Last time we saw Verbrugge, you got to go back to June the 27th when he pitched against Muskegon. Pitched 3 innings, gave up 1 run, which was not earned, on 1 hit, struck out 5, and walked 1. On the season for Brugge, 0-1 with a 4.10 earned run average. This will be the 7th game in which he has pitched. This will be the first game that he has started. He also has a save on the season. And in 15 1/3 innings pitched, he has struck out 12 and walked 6. So for Brugge, will go to work on the mound with his teammates, the Scouts, already supporting him with a 4-run top half of the first. That is where the score sits at the moment. Turner Hill, the center fielder, will lead things off for the Settlers. This is going to be game 2 of today's doubleheader. The pitch by Verbrugge. That is in there for a call strike. So Hill, Ott, and Wilson are the scheduled batters this frame for the Settlers as that pitch is down low for a ball. 1-1 count. Well, the key for Verbrugge today, pound that strike zone. Your team's already given you a 4-0 lead. Now your job is just to get outs. As he fouls that off to the left. 1 ball, 2 strikes. One-two pitch on the way. And there's a squirter out towards the outfield. Brown, the third baseman, able to run it down. That'll be the first out of the frame. I'll go down as a pop 5 in the scorebook. So 1 gone. And Dylan Ott, the left fielder, is now going to bat for the Settlers. Verbrugge with the pitch. That's grounded up the third base line. Brown not able to pick up the baseball. He was trying to bare hand that ball, but comes up short. That will be an infield single for Dylan Ott. Tough play. The great third baseman make those plays look rather easily. And that was a tough play for Brown, a play that in which he was not able to make. So now Sam Wilson, the second baseman, will come up here. Runner at first, 1 out here in the bottom half of the first. Pitch. Outside for a ball, 1-0 the count. Wilson hits a ball to the right center field gap, and it's going to be cut off by Boswell. They're going to send the runner from third. The run will come in to score as Dylan Ott comes all the way around from first base. That's going to be an RBI double for Sam Wilson. And it is a 4-1 game now in favor of the Scouts. So Garrett Robert probably send a fly ball into center. Welch is under it. He'll make the catch. Runner thinks about going to third, but now thinks better of it after seeing that throw from Welch. 2 gone. So now Cale Baker, the designated hitter, will come to the plate. Baker was the catcher in game 1 earlier today. Baker's now the designated hitter. Baker, the right-handed batter, against the right-handed throwing Verbrugge. The pitch. Breaking ball in there for a call strike. 0-1 the count now on Baker. Here's the 0-1. Down low for a ball. 1-1 the count. Brugge sets on the mound. Here's the 1-1. That's up high for a ball. Two balls, one strike now on Cale Baker. Pitch by Verbrugge. That's down low. Having trouble finding his king. He'll throw down to third. That's going to be in left field. Throw to home plate will not be in time. So a wild pitch. And then Sam Wilson comes home on a throwing error by the catcher, Felix King. That'll be E2. 4-2 ball game now in favor of Xenia. Verbrugge with the 3-1 pitch. That is swung on and missed. So now the count will move to 3 balls and 2 strikes. The pitch. That is a call, strike 3, and that's how the inning ends for the Settlers. But Licking County is able to get 2 runs on 2 hits, and they leave nobody on base. We head to the top half of the second. Xenia still on top, 4-2 over Licking County. You're listening to Xenia Scouts Baseball here on the Xenia Scouts Radio Network. Top half of Park in Newark, Ohio. Scouts double the runs of the Licking County Settlers right now, 4-2 in favor of the boys from Xenia. And now Cam Murray will come to bat after the Scouts bat around the last inning, tallying 4 runs in the top half of the first. So what will they do for an encore here in the top half of the second? Pitch. Murray is able to foul that one off to the left. So the count will move to 0-1. Murray singling his last time up. Senior head coach Bubba Cates trotting down to the third base coach's box. Here's the pitch. Murray almost got hit by that one. Says a ball inside. One way, Murray swings. Fly ball to the field, caught. 1 out in the inning. Carter Boswell will now come to the plate. He reached on a fielder's choice, and he was one of those 4 runs that came across the plate for the Scouts back in the top half of the first. Boswell from Glenville State, just like his Scouts teammate Zach Bacon. Glenville State located in good old West Virginia, as that pitch is taken for a strike by Boswell. Now, Carter's real name is James, but he goes by Carter, and so that's what we'll call him. Ball down low. 1-1 the count on Carter Boswell. Boswell spinning the bat around, waiting for the pitch from Schreiber. Here it comes. That's a grounder. Out to third. Throw to first. Will be in time. Quickly 2 down here for the Scouts. So now Graham Welch will come up. Welch with a single his last time up. He also came around to score in that 4-run first inning as well. Pitches down low for a ball. Welch, a proud Texas native. 1-0 pitch on the way to Welch, and he'll swing, and this will be a liner down the right field line. It's going to be a fair ball. Welch is turning. He is going to head to second. The throw back into second gets away from the second baseman, but rolls over to the third baseman. So Welch will be content with a 2-out double. Second hit of the day for Welch, and now Ryan Bertelsmann with an RBI opportunity. Upcoming here with 2 outs. Bertelsmann singled and scored his last time up. The pitch, Bertelsmann swings, grounder up the middle, and it finds its way into center field. They're going to send the runner around. Scoring on the play is Graham Welch. Then the throw to second, and Bertelsmann is out. But the main thing is another run crosses the plate for the Scouts. Put that down as an RBI single for Bertelsmann. We head to the bottom half of the second with the Scouts leading the Settlers 5-2. You're listening to Xenia Scouts Baseball here on the Xenia Scouts Radio Network. Bottom of the second. Upcoming here at Don